Good morning. Buongiorno. Bonjour. Good day. Willkommen. Ambassador. What does that word mean? Ambassador. I have a definition here from the National Museum of American Diplomacy. We're going to say an ambassador is the president's highest ranking representative to a specific nation or international organization abroad. An effective ambassador has to be a strong leader, a good manager, a resilient negotiator, and a respected representative of the United States. A key role of an ambassador is to coordinate the activities not only of the Foreign Service officers and staff serving under him, but also representatives of other U.S. agencies in the country. At some overseas posts, personnel from as many as 27 federal agencies work in concert with embassy staff. That's a short little thing. And this quote from Benjamin Franklin I found: the qualities of a diplomat are sleepless tact, unmovable calmness, and a patience that no folly, no provocation, no blunders may shake. Benjamin Franklin. Interesting, no? Because in 2 Corinthians 5:20, we are called to be ambassadors of Christ, no? Paul says, "Now then, we are ambassadors for Christ, as though God were pleading through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of God in him." How are we representing in the world, right? Because a lot of us have faith, but then we go out in the world, we think we need to, just blend into your work. All these companies have, the world is defining things differently than how God is defining it. Now, are we citizens of God's heavenly country, the new country? Are we representing those policies, or are we just blending in? That's a question for me. These videos come out of things for me that I'm sharing, because I'm very sure I'm not the only one going through this, thinking about this, because I'm always asking and searching Holy Spirit to listen to the Holy Spirit, to be guided, to be directed by the Holy Spirit. So if that Spirit lives in us believers, this is for all of us. What does it actually mean to be an ambassador of Christ? In the practical sense, I just defined it. That definition: an ambassador or a diplomat for the United States in a foreign country. We are foreigners here. No matter where you were born, we are foreigners in this world, this whole world that is run right now by the evil one, right? So it's a different camp, it's a different kingdom. There's a kingdom of darkness, a kingdom of light. God is light. If we belong to him, if we are his citizens, how are we representing that light? How are we representing that light? Should be a question for all of us. Should be at the most forefront, because we need to represent that. Are we being true to Him? Are we putting Him number one? To love God, just have one God, true living God? Or are we more afraid of man and what man will do? Of losing your job, losing your paycheck. In parts of the country right now, Christians are being persecuted how they were in the beginning, to the point of beatings, imprisonment, and even losing their life. So are we going to trust in God no matter what and not bend the knee to the other, to the false gods, the Baals, the Molechs, the Mammon, the gods of this other, the foreign country that we're in? Because even though we are in this world, we're not of this world. How are we representing that? And let's leave it with I had a definition here. What does it mean to be an ambassador of Christ? Which I thought was God's disciples. And what scriptures say. So please leave comments if you guys are thinking this, if you have questions. Please. If something has any experience in your own life, just write about it. How are we representing Him? So we need to stand for His policies, kingdom policies. First of all, we need to learn them. And that's why to meditate on His word, to seek out the word of truth, His word, to learn it, to have it in us, because we are ambassadors. And we're going to go in the next section is going to be about the whole spiritual warfare, right? We do not wrestle with flesh and blood. All of these people that can come against us, we're not called to fight them or to wrestle with them, to hate them. No, the opposite, right? We're called to love them, even our enemies. And we're wrestling or struggle is not of flesh and blood, it's a spiritual thing. So that will be the next thing. And for now, buongiorno, adios, buenos días, buenas tardes. Bye bye.